Friends and brethren, welcome to another day of protest at Twiddell and our down in Woodville Road. It's good to see healthy numbers again maintaining this weekly protest in the face of a ridiculous determination by the Trades Commission. Now, if we come up here and we highlight some of the shenanigans of politics as we tend to do over the last few months and years, you will have no end of material to speak about. But I want to highlight one wee issue that I've seen this week, and maybe it passed you by, and it was a billboard poster campaign by an organisation, a media organisation called The Detail. Now, bearing in mind that this organisation received a grant of £10,000 from the Community Relations Media Council to put forward this campaign, I think it'll interest you as to what their motives are behind it. They have a campaign at the minute, and you'll see it on billboards, criticising our politicians and their inability to get business done. But they also criticise the overemphasis on parades. They say that parades are healthy in Northern Ireland. They say that they're vibrant, that it's a growing culture, and they say that there's no threat to the liberty or the marching fraternity. Well, I can tell them, and you can tell them, that there's a parade banned in Belfast every single day of the year, that we turn up here and our rights are denied. And what we have with this middle stream, middle class, at times aloof media fraternity is an ignorance of what it means to have civil and religious rights denied. That this attacks and offends an entire community. That even though there may be 10, 20 or 30 people here on occasion, that this offends the vast majority of the community living in the streets and the byways of the Shankill Road, of Ballinafie, where their culture has almost been completely annihilated from the Lower Ormeau Road. That it offends East Belfast when they're constantly under physical attack at Short Strand. That it offends brethren when the brethren of the Lower Shankill seek to walk the main thoroughfare, the main arterial route into Belfast, and they have restrictions put on them against the will of the local priest. Brethren, they're not living in the real world, and this is funded by a Community Relations Council grant. They go on to say, and I'm not getting at the Irish language here, but the point that they make on the Irish language is that it is weak, but because it has strong traditions, then it should have a vast increase in its funding. So here they are, and they ignore our traditions and culture and heritage, but yet in the same vein they'll promote another culture because of its traditions, culture and heritage. And it's hypocrisy, brethren. What the poster claims is that politics must catch up. They go on to speak the rights of other groups who have suffered terrible inequality within the city. They go on to promote the rights of minority groups, which is absolutely fine. But they also then call, when it doesn't suit them, for referendums on local issues. They deny democracy. They say our politicians must catch up. Brethren, the joy of politicians, whether you like them or not, is that it's democracy. That it's won for at the ballot box, and it reflects the opinions of the people in the street. So then when they don't get democracy in their own way, they call for a referendum. Well, let's have a referendum on everything. Let's have a referendum on the Twiddell parade route. Let's have a referendum on restrictions put on orange parades. Let's have a referendum on who should pay for the damage done to orange halls when they're burnt out or when they're vandalised. Brother, let's have a referendum, because the ballot box and the situation at the vote would tell you and show you that the people are with us. They may not be here in body or in number, but they're with us in what we believe in and what we stand in. These are important issues to our community, and as long as rights are going to be denied for us at places like Twiddell and Woodville and across the country, then people are going to turn out and vote for those of the voice and support for our stance. Now, we've been here for a long time, but 800 days has shortly passed over last week, and we continue. And there's a wee girl who's with us, and this is a joyous thing from a bit of a gripe. And she was the youngest wee girl to walk by Twiddell, and she was over supporting us from Liverpool. And she's here today again supporting us, and I hope in 80 years' time when she's back again she doesn't say, you know, I was the last person to walk by Twiddell. And I'm going to call her forward. Wee Eva Byrne. I'll ask you to give her a big round of applause. She can receive this on behalf of elevated Team 81. Thank you, Eva. It's only a wee girl, brethren, with a certificate as a presentation, but it's symbolical. It's symbolical of the help that we get from Liverpool, from London. We've had help from Glasgow, from Scotland. We've had help from America, Canada. We have help from across the country. And even though they're not here maybe bodily, brethren, they're here with us and they support the cause. So we encourage you to keep the cause going, keep turning up, keep the pressure on, keep this relevant. And when the negotiations that will take place in Stormont over the next few weeks, put Twiddell on the map, and we'll hopefully negotiate a settlement that we all find to be beneficial without offence, but where civil rights can be maintained, and the Ligonier brethren will complete their journey home. So, brethren, thank you for turning up again on for this weekly protest. Can I ask the colours to be removed and the brethren to now depart? Brethren, the national anthem. God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save our Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save our Queen. Thank you, brother.